Hey, thanks for stopping by my channel today. It is Food Friday, and I am teaming up with my cooking sister here on YouTube, Felicia from BOK Media Life. And if you're new, I am Melinda here on IB Dolls. And all November long, every Friday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, Felicia and I are cooking. And today we need to prepare one item 3 different ways. Well, I decided to cook up some potatoes, okay? So I am going to bring you a potato dish for as an appetizer. I'm going to bring you a side of potatoes, and I'm going to bring you a potato stew. So if you're interested in seeing how I created these delicious dishes, then keep on watching. All right. Now, I am a huge fan of potatoes, cooked absolutely any type of way. So I decided to bring you a potato appetizer. So what I'm going to do here is start off with some vegetables, some green bell pepper, as well as some white onions. Okay. And we're going to just get these sliced up and move on to the next step. So I hope you all are excited about this, because we are going to be bringing you something different each Friday in November. This can give you some good inspiration on things that you are going to have people over. You're going to be entertaining. You're going to need to take something to the job. Well, listen, I have it for you, and Felicia does too. Now, I have these Steak-'em sliced steaks, 100% beef, all natural. You can get these out of your local grocery. And I have some Italian style shredded cheese mixed with provolone, mozzarella, just Kobe Jack, just some different types of cheeses. And these are the two seasons that I'm using, Accent and Nature's. Now, I also have, as my potatoes, we're going to use some steak cut French fried potatoes. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and heat up some vegetable oil in the pan. I have the other pot here, getting this grease heated up, this oil heated up, so that we can drop these fries down. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and saute these vegetables really quick. I like to season my vegetables. So those two seasonings, the Accent as well as the Nature seasoning, is what I am seasoning up these veggies with. And we're going to let these hang out for a little bit. I don't want them to get too overly done, but I don't want them overcooked as well. So we are just going to let these things hang out a little bit, and I'm going to put them off to the side, let them continue to cook, and we're going to drop this steak down here in the pan, and I'm going to use that same seasoning to season that up. And then we'll drop these fries down in this hot oil so that we can get them going as well. So just keep on watching. All right, everything is done and cooked to perfection. You definitely want to use these steak fries when you're doing this, because the steak fries are going to hold up all of the toppings that we are going to lay down, baby. So if you love French fries and you love a Philly cheesesteak sandwich, hoagie, slider, sub, whatever you call it, baby, and you always have fries on the side, sometimes maybe chips, well, you are going to love this. I'm going to lay everything down and top it with that good old Italian style cheese mixture. OMG. Absolutely divine. Absolutely divine. Okay? Oh, this is so delicious, y'all. Let me know in the comments if you've ever had this. Let me know in the comments if this has given you some inspiration, because you know your little gatherings and things are about to start coming up, and you are going to want to give them a showstopper, okay? Now, I did mention that this is a collaboration, and we are bringing this to you every Friday this month. It's going to be something different. Well, Felicia and I have been doing this for a minute. Our very first one, we did a $10 budget meal challenge, shopping at Walmart to feed your family, okay? Now, y'all know it's tough out here. The groceries are high. So we gave you some inspiration. Go back and check that video out. Then we came up with some Southern appetizer favorites. And my girl, your girl, Felicia, oh my gosh, she hit it out the park with some good old fried green tomatoes. Look at how tasty and crunchy they are. This video will be linked below. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have a playlist, baby. Then we came up with a fresh fall salad. And she took things out of her own garden that she's growing with her and her husband's hands, okay? Yes, created some vinaigrette and all that good stuff, y'all. And then lastly, we came up with a sweet salty treats collab. And Felicia made lots of snacks for a good Halloween party, or just for you to munch on at any given time, okay? So everything is going to be listed below her video for tonight, and I'm going to create a playlist of all of our things, okay? Now, back into these potatoes. I'm going to show you a side of potatoes, okay? Now, I have this bag of red potatoes. I really, really love red potatoes. And we're going to leave the skin on these potatoes. I've already washed them, dried them down. And what we're going to do is just cut them in fours, okay? And drop them down in a bowl. And then these seasonings here, we have nature's seasoning, all natural seasoning, accent. And then I have this onion soup and dip mix. And we have some cooking oil. And just sit back and watch how we combine everything together to make some delicious roasted potatoes to have on the side. So keep on watching. Now you want to give these a good shake, and I like using a bowl with a lid so that everything I can just shake them really, really well and good. Now I have lined a pan with some aluminum foil for easy cleanup, and I am just going to let these bake for 40 to 45 minutes until they're nice and tender, and we'll bring them out of the oven and stick them to see if they're where they need to be. But I like to have that crisp edge on them, and again, leaving the skin on them is perfection, okay? All the good nutrients are in it, and everything are in the skin of the potatoes. So yeah, we're going to stick them, and yes, they are tender. They're where I need them and want them to be without falling apart or tearing up, because when I plate it, I want it to be presentable and I want them to keep their shape. So check it out. Look at these side of potatoes. I have prepared some roasted Brussels sprouts as well as some baked chicken on the side, okay? Now, on to the potato stew. Okay. OMG, this has to be one of my favorite meals right here. Well, we're going to start off with some Smithfield pork neck bones. If you love pork, raise your hand, baby. If you love pork, raise your hand. Well, I love me some pork. I don't know about you. But anyhow, these are the seasonings that we're going to use. By all means, use what you use. I have some Clover Value soul food seasoning from Dollar General. Some Badea complete seasonings. You can get this at Dollar Tree. I have some chopped onion by Supreme. I think it's Supreme Classics or something like that from Dollar Tree. Lime and orange pepper by Badea. I get this at my local grocer, but the orange pepper you can find at Dollar Tree. Accent and Morton's Nature's Seasoning. These are my favorite seasonings, y'all. Okay, what I did was washed the neck bones thoroughly, got them ready to go into this Dutch oven, and I filled it up with some water to cover, and I am going to drop all these seasonings down, put a lid on it, and let it cook. So keep on watching. All right, so they have been going, I would say now for about 45 minutes here now. And what I'm going to do is give them a stir to make sure that all the seasonings is nicely incorporated, okay? And then I'm trying to also see about where they are, giving them the shift. And we're going to cover them back up, let them hang out for about 30 more minutes. Now, this is a process, okay? And you want to cook it on medium. You don't want to cook it too fast. And here I'm just sticking it with me a fork just to see how tender it's ready to go for me to drop everything else in that I need to drop in. Because we're going to make a stew, and so I'm going to add some tomatoes to it. Y'all know I love tomatoes, oldie but goodies. Honey, listen, I'm adding 2 cans, baby, okay? And then I'm going to season up. Now, I have the meat seasoned where I want it. Now I got to season up these tomatoes. And so I'm just adding some more of the seasonings that I used earlier. Not as heavy as I did for the meat, because the meat is where it needs to be. We don't want to salt the meat up. But I do believe I just added the accent and the nature seasoning. But I'm dropping a little bit of sugar. Yeah, your girl around here likes to use a little bit of sugar, okay? Just to get that tart out. So I let the tomatoes hang out for maybe about 15 minutes to just get them where they need to be. And now off camera, I took those same red potatoes and I peeled them, and I went ahead and chopped them up off camera to save time. And I am dumping them down in here, okay? This is going to be a delicious tomato and potato with neck bone stew, okay? And now we're going to let these potatoes hang out until they are tender, okay? I don't want them mushy. I don't want them to be mashed potatoes, because I want them to hold their shape, but they need to be nice and tender and done. And I do believe that they are where they need to be. Just adding us a little bit more liquid just to so it can boil and make sure that they are done. And then we're going to check on them and see where they're at and stick them to see just if they are ready or not, baby. Well, they are ready, and it's time for you to see them. I have taken a bit of white rice and put them on top. Now, I know y'all say, well, girl, you got the potatoes. Why you need the rice? But that's just me, okay? So if you like what you've seen here today, thumbs the video up. Leave me a comment and tell me what it is that you do like. Remember, If cooking is your type of content, consider joining the family by subscribing and make sure that you hit the bell as well. And don't forget to go over and head over. Don't forget to go and head over to Felicia's channel. Her video will be linked below so you can see what she cooked up. Let's take a final look at these delicious potato dishes. Keep on watching.